want to thank our friends at JETRO for the invaluable work they do to connect our state with businesses throughout Japan. The state of Wisconsin has enjoyed a long and mutually beneficial relationship with Japan for many years. Many of our largest globally recognized industrial leaders operate their businesses in Japan. That list includes Briggs & Stratton, Harley-Davidson, Johnson Controls, Manpower Group, Promega Corporation, Rockwell Automation, Sentient Technologies, and Trek Bicycles. And likewise, we are proud to host major operations of leading Japanese companies here in our state. They include Fujifilm Holdings, Hitachi Metals, Iris Oyahama, Komatsu, Topcon, and of course, Kikkoman Foods. Komatsu has made their largest ever foreign investment in our state, and Kikkoman has been making food here for more than 40 years. In fact, the president and CEO of Kikkoman was recently quoted as saying, "Wisconsin is an ideal location for our Kikkoman Foods manufacturing plant. We could not have grown our business as successfully in any other place." Japan is the number 5 destination in the world for Wisconsin exports, and Wisconsin is the 7th largest destination for Japanese imports. Our combined trading activity added up to nearly $1.5 billion according to data reported in 2020. This long and fruitful collaboration is a result of a carefully crafted, deliberate, and nurtured collaboration. Wisconsin enjoys a sister state relationship with the Chiba Prefecture. 7 of our cities have established sister city relationship with Japanese cities, and our nationally recognized higher educational institutions understand the importance of the Japanese people, culture, and economic leadership in the world. No fewer than 10 of our colleges and universities offer Japanese studies degrees, including right here in Madison at the University of Wisconsin. And I'm proud to have visited Japan on my first international trade mission as governor of Wisconsin. My visit allowed me to personally build relationships with business leaders, government officials, and educators across your beautiful nation. So, if your company is considering entering or growing in the North American market, there are important reasons that I hope you will consider Wisconsin. First and foremost, given our central location in the United States, we offer quick access to markets throughout North America. Chicago and O'Hare Airport are less than an hour from our border, and our well-developed logistics sector moves your goods to market efficiently by rail, road, air, or water. Additionally, Wisconsin is known for our academic excellence. We push the boundaries of the theoretical and applied science and prepare talent for the future. At more than $1 billion annually, our University of Wisconsin-Madison ranks number 8 in the United States for research spending. And the University of Wisconsin system awards more than 36,000 degrees annually. But our greatest asset is the people of our state. Our workforce is stable and reliable thanks to our amazing outdoor recreational activities, a cost of living that's far below the national average, and outstanding healthcare networks. And Wisconsinites make exceptional employees. They're hardworking, dependable, well-educated, and loyal. For manufacturers, we deliver the second highest concentration of experienced production workers in our nation, often 3 to 4 times higher in critical industry sectors. In fact, we are recognized as a North American leader in key industries like manufacturing, food and beverages, biohealth, and more. I want to thank you for your time and attention, and once again express my deep appreciation for the exceptional work of JETRO. As you consider avenues for growing your business, please know that I, our state government, and the entire state of Wisconsin are eager to help you grow, thrive, and succeed. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Katie Sinnott from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, or WEDC. I am the Global Trade and Investment Vice President. We are delighted to be with you to discuss the opportunities for Japanese companies in Wisconsin. You will hear about all of our strong industries and how some Japanese companies are already incredibly successful here in Wisconsin. Welcome to Wisconsin. This is the first commission in the United States of the famous Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava. His designs are beautiful and soaring, but they have historically had some issues. The most complex part of this building is the bris de soleil. They open and close like wings of the bird. This is the showcase of the entire building. And you're probably wondering why I'm actually showing you this. But what's really important is to understand how this actually was built. Calatrava picked Wisconsin because he knew something special about the talent in the state. He knew that a design so challenging could only be solved by the absolute best engineers. Our people with Calatrava's design built this iconic building. Calatrava knew about the Wisconsin advantage. When it was done, this is what Calatrava said. This building could only have been made in Wisconsin. Let's see how the Wisconsin advantage can work for you. Centrally located in the United States, leading manufacturing and agriculture region, Wisconsin is one of the best places for business in the country. Generations of business leaders have recognized the advantages our major ports provide, giving them quick access to markets throughout the country and around the world. Our transportation infrastructure was literally built to connect businesses with their suppliers and customers. As such, goods and services produced in our state reach many markets within one day, and notably 40% of manufacturers in the US and Canada are reachable within a day's drive. Due to its location, Wisconsin is a prime destination for international companies seeking entry into and expansion within the US and USMCA countries. Wisconsin is home to many iconic companies. I'm sure that you recognize many of these brands, from Rockwell Automation, an iconic industrial automation and information technology provider, to Manpower, one of the largest staffing firms in the world. Many of these companies are iconic and have been around for a very long time, but they continue to recreate themselves and evolve. In Wisconsin, manufacturing defines our future and is growing stronger and stronger. Our manufacturers are building on their past, focused on their future in precision manufacturing that it took to build the Calatrava Art Museum or an electric Harley Davidson. If you are looking for a location where you can simply cut costs and crank out standard manufactured goods, Wisconsin is not for you. If you're looking for precision manufacturing across all industries and a highly skilled workforce, that is what Wisconsin has to offer. We have an incredibly large percentage of our workforce focused in manufacturing. 16% of all those employed in the state are in manufacturing. This compares to the average in the United States of just over 6%. Wisconsin is almost triple that number. Wisconsin has more than 9,300 manufacturing companies employing almost 500,000 people across the state. Wisconsin has higher employment concentration than the national average in multiple subsectors of manufacturing, including food, paper, printing, chemicals, plastics, and rubber, primary metals, fabricated metals, non-metallic minerals, machinery, and electrical equipment and appliances. You will see that manufacturing is who we are in Wisconsin. It is woven throughout every driver industry in the state. Let me tell you more about the iconic, innovative companies in Wisconsin and those industries that they support. Komatsu believes in the Wisconsin manufacturing workforce so strongly that they made their largest investment outside of Japan in Wisconsin. Komatsu is a leader in the community it supports in Wisconsin. Energy, power, and controls is an incredibly long-standing industry in the state with over 1,100 companies working in that industry. You can see some of the great companies like Johnson Controls, Generac, ABB that are in that industry. Wisconsin has 4 special strengths here. generation and transmission, storage and distribution, conversion, control and automation, and efficiency and conservation. Across all of those, Wisconsin focuses on sustainable energy. The next industry that we will focus on is freshwater technology. With over 230 companies and 17 billion in sales, Wisconsin is known around the world in freshwater technology. Wisconsin is called the Fresh Coast, with more than 80% of the state's borders on water. And inland, we have 15,000 lakes and rivers. We are considered one of the top 3 in the world for water technology. In Wisconsin, sustainable manufacturing is very important, and our water consortium, the Water Council, is part of that story. They work with companies like Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Apple to identify more sustainable manufacturing use of water. Because of this work in sustainability, the Water Council is launching a water stewardship program called WAVE. That stands for Water Stewardship Verified Program. The Water Council's WAVE program gives companies an independently verified methodology to provide their water stewardship performance. Company leaders are responding to increased pressure from investors, customers, and other stakeholders focused on water challenges in supply chain and society as a whole. WAVE provides an on-ramp for companies to move beyond water management and into true water stewardship. Its 6 steps help focus and establish where companies can change and mitigate efforts for maximum impact. Ultimately, the result is less business risk and enhanced brand value. Because the program is independently verified, companies can be confident they are communicating their commitment and progress accurately and meaningfully. Biohealth is another incredibly strong industry in the state of Wisconsin, with over 1,700 biohealth companies here. Wisconsin has 4 key strengths in biohealth. The first is medical devices and diagnostic, from MRI and dialysis machines to pacemakers and diagnostic equipment. Second, biotechnology and biopharmaceuticals, from the development of drugs and therapies to translational and integrated science. Wisconsin is well known for clinical trials for new medicines. 3, digital health. This is the fastest growing biohealth sector in the state. 4, health research institutes. What really differentiates Wisconsin from other biohealth powerhouses is our manufacturing capabilities, from drugs and therapies to diagnostic equipment. One of the key Japanese firms that has selected Wisconsin is Fujifilm, and we're very proud to have them here in the state. Food and beverage is an iconic industry in Wisconsin. I believe many people around the world know that Wisconsin is famous for cheese and beer, but we are so much more than that. Wisconsin is #1 in cheese production, #2 for the number of organic farms. We are also #1 in the United States for food manufacturing equipment. The most well-known Japanese food company in Wisconsin is Kikkoman. They single-handedly changed the way Americans eat their food and incorporate soy sauce into many of our American dishes. Wisconsin has a significant talent advantage for you. There are many things important to choosing a new location for your company, but there is little that is more important than the current workforce. This is an example of what we did for a manufacturer considering Wisconsin. These are the top manufacturing related occupations in the state by location quotient. Location quotient measures the concentration of jobs in a specific location compared to the United States as a whole. A location quotient of 1 indicates a concentration equal to the United States. A location quotient above 1.15 is considered a significant concentration. And you can see that in food, paper, printing, and all of the others that I mentioned previously, we are much higher than the average in the United States. We are happy to do this type of research for you in your specific industry. Your second highest concern is the future workforce. Our Wisconsin university system, anchored by the University of Wisconsin-Madison, supports the researchers, companies, and policymakers across the state that are working together to develop solutions to the world's challenges. The University of Wisconsin-Madison is the #4 research university in the United States. That university and the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee are both R1 universities in research, the highest research designation that a university can receive. And we know that within the workforce of tomorrow, engineers are some of the most sought after graduates. In 2019, we graduated almost 5,000 engineers, and that number continues to grow. The University of Wisconsin-Madison is the 5th strongest engineering program in the nation. Let's look at the business climate advantage. Wisconsin is a business-friendly state. We have stable, low-tax environment. If you operate in manufacturing or in agriculture, your effective tax rate would be 0.4% after the manufacturing and agriculture tax credit. We are only one of 2 states with a fully funded pension plan. Let's look at why that's important. The reason that having a fully funded pension plan is incredibly important is it talks to the ability of a state to cover its pensions and legacy benefits of public employees. As I said, there are only 2 states in the US that have this strong performance in both areas. I feel proud that Wisconsin is one of those 2 in strong performance. And again, why would you care about this? There are not many ways for the government to cover these shortfalls. Either the state needs to increase taxes or the states need to cut back on services like schools and roads. When a company chooses a location for its business, these are long-term decisions that will last decades, if not longer. And it's important to know that your partner in that location where you land is stable and predictable. Another benefit of our location is its proximity to a major airport. The entire state is served by multiple airports that fly into O'Hare, or it's a 75-minute drive from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So that's actually closer than driving from downtown Chicago at times. Most people laugh when they see this particular slide, but it's an important consideration. I am sure that you've heard of the significant fires that the United States has experienced and the increase in hurricanes and earthquakes, and some of the recent power outages in the south of the US causing the states to come to a halt. All of these disasters are devastating to people, but they're also disruptive to companies as well. Wisconsin has very low risk of natural disasters. It is true that we have snow, but we are prepared. We plow our streets and continue to work and go to school. Let's look at Wisconsin's connections with Japan. Japan and Wisconsin are great trading partners. Japan is Wisconsin's 7th largest source of imports and 5th largest export destinations. In 2020, we exported $685 million to Japan. And some of the largest exports are X-ray parts and accessories. So you can see that medical and optical equipment, industrial machinery, and electric machinery, as well as prepared foods like sausages and dairy products, as well as beef. Japan and Wisconsin has connections through the 30 Japanese companies that are located here in Wisconsin. There are more than 8,700 Wisconsin citizens employed by Japanese companies. The largest are Wapaka Foundry, Komatsu, and Kikkoman. And Japan ranks 4th as an investor in our state. And the top 3 investments, I had mentioned Komatsu, as they have invested in a very large North American campus here in the state. And since 2018, Japan was the source of 150 million of foreign direct investment in the state. We also have a long-standing relationship with Chiba Prefecture. And in our state, we have 2,685 Japanese citizens, which is important for any company thinking about locating here. Wisconsin has enjoyed a sister state relationship with Chiba Prefecture since 1990, when Governor Thompson and Chiba Prefecture Governor Numata laid the groundwork for an ongoing exchange of business and cultural insights based upon shared strengths in agriculture and manufacturing. Chiba, like Wisconsin, is blessed with access to abundant water resources, making us natural partners in the development of new water technologies. Building upon the sister state relationship, our cities have developed sister city relationships. For example, Miharu visited Rice Lake in June 2017, and the Rice Lake International Friendship Association had a delegation visit Miharu to mark their 30th anniversary of their sister state relationship. Connections are strong between Wisconsin and Japan. Thank you so much for joining me to learn about the opportunities for Japanese companies in the state of Wisconsin. We welcome you to visit and will facilitate any meetings that you would find useful in understanding the opportunities for you in Wisconsin. Thank you again, and thank you to Jetro.